Okay, so today we are going to start differential equations. In this track, this is the last topic. Okay, and it is also mostly integration only. Okay, and I think at least more than 3 weeks it will go. Okay, it's a very important topic. As I said before, in mains exam or advanced exam, they will try to give questions where we'll be using engineering those applications more. Okay, so we are studying the whole integration is mainly to solve differential equations only, frankly. Okay. In nature, we cannot avoid differential equations. Okay, because basically we cannot avoid differentiation in a sense because whenever there is a change, there is a rate of change, and after all, rate of change is only your differentiation. So if you take physics, basically any physical quantity which is changing, if it is not changing, what is there for you to do in physics? Okay, there is some change, all right. Either it may be change in displacement or change in velocity or area, uh, or electric field or potential or something. There is a change. Okay. If you take Newton's law of cooling, it is something that talks about change. Okay. Any law that you talk about in physics is basically change. And in real life, if you see, they're all differential equations. Okay. In the beginning, they may not be. When there is a friction, when there is a variable mass, and if there is a variable mass, it is a differential equation. If there is a friction which is also changing, okay, there is a differential equation for that matter. All right. And when you're charging a capacitor or discharging a capacitor, okay, there is a differential equation that involves, okay, or when you see RLC circuits and all that. So differential equations is something which we cannot avoid, okay. But how to solve it? Even if you take SHM, what is your SHM definition? D square y by dx square is equal to some minus k omega square or something like that, right? No, minus k x square, minus k x, sorry. Yeah, it is proportional to x and opposite in direction or something like that. Okay. So now from this, what is that y in terms of x? Okay, or in terms of t, whatever it is, which will give that. How to solve this different equation and get the curve or whatever equation. All right. Okay, so in engineering, you will be using differential equations extensively, and what we are studying now is to some extent practice of that. All right. Now, one may say, first of all, what is differential equation? First of all, what is the equation? I'm teaching the trigonometric equations sometimes due to the first years. Okay. First of all, what is the equation? Anywhere you have equal to symbol, here you have some real number or some expression. Here also you have some expression. All right. That is called an equation. Okay. It may be algebraic, trigonometric, logarithmic, exponential terms, doesn't matter. If trigonometric term was involved, it is called trigonometric equation. If differential terms are involved, like dy by dx, d square y by dx square, dq by dx cube, or d square y by dx square whole cube, this is called differential equation. If you want to know some examples of differential equation, let us say d square y by dx square whole cube plus 5 dy by dx minus sin x equal to 0. That is the differential equation. Simply, if we write dy by dx equal to 7, that's the differential equation. We write dy by dx is equal to 9x square plus 3. That is the differential equation. Okay. Now, there is something called order of a differential equation. Sometimes, for example, if you look at this equation, dy by dx is also there, which is called first order derivative. D square by dx is also there, which is called second order derivative. Okay. If this is first order, only first order, so we say order 1. This is also first order, only order 1. There order 1, order 2, both are there. So we say for this differential equation, order is 2. If it also has, let us say, dqy by dx cube term, then we say this whole thing is differential equation of order 3. Okay. So if you have dy by dx and nothing of higher order, it's order 1. If you have d square y by dx square, maybe some lower order terms are there, but not higher order terms, it is called second order differential equation. And when you have dq by dx cube, third order. When you have d4x by y by dx power 4, it is fourth order. Okay. What we are studying in this uh, second year is only first order differential equations. We are not going to study second order, third order, how to solve them. First order. In that also first degree. What do you mean by first degree? If dy by dx is there, it is first order. This is also first order. If whole square is there for this, okay, it is second degree. If whole power 5 is there, okay, let's say 7 plus sin x or something, okay, I have to make some change anyway. It is called fifth degree. All right. So the power of this is called degree. What is exactly order degree? Some examples I'll discuss later. But in a sense, what we are studying is very, very simple. We are only going to study how to solve first order, first degree differential equations. That's all. Okay. We are studying very, very small portion of differential equations. In engineering, we'll study about second order, higher order, how to solve. Because many engineering problems when you solve, you'll get a differential equation. If you solve further, then only we'll know what is the function. Okay. I'm sure in chemistry, your Schrodinger equation is a differential equation, right? Rho square psi by, you have differential equation. Am I right? Yes. Okay. So what is order, degree? What are the different types of differential equations? I'll tell you, but just a minute. Okay. Mathematical way, if you want to understand what is the differential equation. If you take a normal algebraic equation or trigonometric or logarithmic, it represents a curve. It may be a parabola, it may be a wavy curve of trigonometric one, it's a logarithmic function. A differential equation represents family of curves, not just one curve, a set of curves. For example, you take dy by dx equal to 7. Actually, it represents a family of parallel lines whose slope is 7. You take y equal to 7x, y equal to 7x plus 1, y equal to 7x plus 20, y equal to 7x minus 3 by 5. Any constant doesn't matter. For all of them, what is dy by dx?
7.
7. Yeah. So this one equation is representing all lines with slope 7. Okay. So in a mathematic way, if you want to understand, differential equation represents a family of curves. Even if I take dy by dx is equal to sin x. Okay. When I integrate it, I'll get y is equal to minus cos x plus c. When I differentiate this will come. That c can be anything. And what is the graph of minus cos x? It may be like this. What about plus c is there? You can move upward by 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, or move downward by 5 units. All those curves are there in this equation. One equation has a family of curves. Let us say if I take second order, what happens? D square y by dx square is equal to, let us say 7. When I integrate once, I'll get y equal to 7x plus some a. Dy by dx equal to 7x plus a. You differentiate this will come. If I differentiate one more, integrate one more time, I'll get 7x square by 2 plus ax plus b. It is a family of parabolas. Okay. If only constant is changing, I would have said take a parabola, move up or down. But even a is also changing. Okay. So it is a more variegated, not just one particular family of parabolas. It may involve many family of parabolas. Okay. For example, you take a equal to 5, keep on changing, we will get one set of parabola, family of parabola. Take a equal to 3, keep on changing, we will get another family of parabola. So the more variables involved, it involves within that family, there will be more families, okay, of curves. Okay. So now in differential equations topic, there are two things. There are three things we can say. First part is what is order and what is degree. Definitions, and if an equation is given, deciding what is the order and what is degree. Second equation is forming differential equations. Okay. They will give this and you have to tell this. They will give all these things and you have to tell this. They'll give a family equation. You have to find the differential equation. That is called forming the differential equation. Third part is reverse. They'll give differential equation and you have to solve and find that family of curves. Okay. Further different methods are. This is a major part. Okay. Generally, they will tell this, this, and this. but I go in reverse. I will tell this first, next this, next this. Okay. So today I am not going to tell what is the definition of differential equation. We are not going to write anything. We are going to see how to solve differential equations. Okay. Now, as I said, we are going to solve only first order, first degree differential equations. In that also, every first order, first degree we cannot solve. Only few we can solve. So there are different models that we are going to use. So our first topic is solving differential equation. Okay. In that, there are many methods. We are going to study method 1 is variable separable method. Okay. Variable separable method means the differential equation will have x square, sin x, log x, tan x, dx. Wherever x is involved, bring one side. You may have dy, you may have sin y, y square, y cube. Wherever y is involved, you bring another side. Okay. Then integrate on both sides, you'll get the solution. I'll give a simple example. Let us say if somebody says dy by dx is equal to x by y. This is a differential equation. Solve this. So wherever dy is there, all the y terms bring there. Wherever x is there, or send dx that side and bring all the x that side. So y dy is equal to x dx. And integrate it. Integral y dy equal to integral x dx. What is the integral of y? Y square by 2. What is the integral of x? X square by 2 plus c. C can be anything. If I multiply, you will get x square plus 2c, but 2c is also a constant. I can call it as k. Okay, so y square equal to x square plus k. All right. This is, anyway, one may ask what does, or is it a parabola or something like that? What is this y square equal to x square plus k? Anybody want to tell?
Circle.
Anything else?
Sir, it is eclipse, sir.
Eclipse.
Hypotenuse triangle.
Somebody is saying triangle. Anybody else? What it is? You take a 7 here. Yes, it is hyperbola. You bring y square this side, k this side, you'll get x square minus y square equal to minus k. It can be positive number or negative number. Now everybody can see x square minus y square constant is a hyperbola. Everybody knows, right? Okay, so this represents a family of hyperbolas. And what are they? They are this. Okay. Even if you change k, which property of hyperbola doesn't change? Anybody want to tell? You take k equal to 2 or k equal to 3 or k equal to 4. Its ends of transverse axis are changing. Length of transverse axis is changing. Its foci are changing. What is not changing about this hyperbola?
Vertex.
Huh?
Vertex.
Vertex also changing. Root k comma 0. Vertex means ends of transverse axis only. Center is not changing. Obviously 0 comma 0. Okay. And the coordinate axis are transverse axis and conjugate axis. So these three are not changing. Transverse axis, conjugate axis, and center is not changing. What else is not changing? Eccentricity doesn't change. There is always a rectangular hyperbola with eccentricity root 2. If you find k will get cancelled while finding. Of course, if k is positive, it may be hyperbola, rectangular hyperbola like this. If k is negative, it may be like this. Okay, that is secondary. Main point is how we solved it. Wherever dy is there, we brought all the y terms. Wherever dx is there, all the x terms, and then integrated. It's a very simple thing. Nobody has to teach you. Okay, We don't have to give any name like this, but in the name tells you what to do. Okay. Okay. Just put heading. Write this solving differential equations in that method 1, variable separable method. Just write this example. This one represents family of hyperbolas. So I want to do mains material odd numbers, but in the beginning I was not teaching about the order degree and all. So we have to start from somewhere in the middle. I'll tell you. Yeah, up to 27 in the mains material we'll do last. Okay. Variable separable method. There are quite a few questions are there here. In that I'll do odd numbers and you will do even numbers. This is starting from 28 is side heading is there, variable separable method, page number 212 in mains material, volume 2. This is second year mains material, volume 2, page number 212, variable separable method. We'll do odd numbers in the class now, and even numbers you will do. In IP, there is separate exercise for each method. Variable separable method alone is one exercise, I think maybe second exercise. Okay. After doing some questions here, you can also do in the IP homework book those questions also. Okay, so 29 from mains material we are going to do now. Okay, the question was x square plus y square dy by dx is equal to 4. Okay, y square dy by dx is equal to 4 minus x square. Simply bring this dx this side, you'll get variable separable. Y square dy, all y one side and all x one side. And integrate it. Y square integral is y cube by 3. 4 integral is 4x. X square is x cube by 3 plus c. You can multiply 3 and write y cube is equal to 12x minus x cube. You don't have to write 3c. You can write c also, it's just a constant. You can write k, some other constant, not a big issue. If you bring this side, x cube plus y cube is equal to 12x plus k. Okay. So this is not any big method, very easily anybody can do it. Dy by dx plus root over 1 minus y square by 1 minus x square equal to 0. This is 31. Dy by dx. Send this to right side, minus root 1 minus y square by root 1 minus x square. You don't have to bring dy down. We cannot integrate. Dy and dx should be in the numerator only. If required, this we can bring it down. So dy by root 1 minus y square equal to minus dx by root 1 minus x square. I brought dy and all the y terms one side, dx and all the x terms one side, and just integrate. Okay, for this integral is sin inverse y. and this is sine inverse x plus. That's it. We can bring one side and leave it. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to c. Somebody may ask, should we write constant on both sides? This side some plus c1, this side plus c2. Not required. The together it is one constant only. Okay. When we say this integral will give 1 plus c, this integral 1 plus c, and the c will cancel. The constant here need not be same, by the way. Okay. Which side you write constant? That's you got plus c and they give answer as minus c. Not a big deal. They're just a constant. Okay. These are all very easy, right? All of you are able to follow? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, next 33. X root 1 plus y square dx plus y root 1 plus x square dy equal to 0. Send this whole thing to the other side. X root 1 plus y square dx equal to minus y root 1 plus x square dy. Here dx is there, so all the x here, y that side. So x dx by root 1 plus x square minus y dy by root 1 plus y square. Very nicely for this derivative is available. I can even write 2x dx by 2 root 1 plus x square integral minus 2y dy by 2 root 1 plus y square. Multiply and divide with 2. What is the advantage? If we take 1 plus y square as t, this will become dt. dt by 2 root t integral is root t nicely. So this integral is root 1 plus x square straight away. This is root 1 plus y square plus c. So root 1 plus x square root 1 plus x square plus root 1 plus y square equal to 6. Okay. Almost similar to variable separable method. And we have done a 3-4 questions, that's good enough, nothing more. You can do, that means you need to practice a lot of questions, but to understand method, nothing much. You bring dx and all the x terms on side, dy and all the y terms on side. After that is a matter of integration. Okay, within variable separable method, there's one more method. I don't want to call method 2, but basically you will have somewhere x plus y or x minus y, okay, or 2x plus 3y, some kind of things will be involved. For example, x tan 2x plus 3y, okay, some dy by dx is equal to 9. You cannot separate this x and y, okay. So then what will you do is that we're going to take that as z. Take 2x plus 3y as z. Even dy by dx you write in the form of dz by dx. Then z and x is variable separable. Okay. So within variable separable, it is like a subpart. Let us see one or two questions you'll understand better than just telling the theory. Okay. 35. dy by dx is x minus y whole square. They give. If I expand this, I'll get x square minus 2xy plus y square. I cannot separate x and y. I can send dx this side. Okay, let's say, don't write, just listen. X square minus 2xy plus y square into dx. That's okay. But after that, x square dx is good. What I should do with y square dx? I cannot bring this y square down. Okay, we are not able to separate x and y in that way. But you simply take x minus y as z and see what happens. Let x minus y equal to z. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. You'll get 1 minus dy by dx is equal to dz by dx. So dy by dx is 1 minus dz by dx. So I want to remove y completely and write everything in terms of z and x. So dy by dx can be written as 1 minus dz by dx, and this will become z square. Now bring this one here, 1 minus z square equal to dz by dx. Now is it variable separable in z and x? Yes.
Yes,
I can
sir.
bring dx here, z this side. So this will become dx. When I say dx into nothing is there, yes, nothing is there. If you want to write 1 into dx at best, is equal to dz by 1 minus z square and integrate it. For 1, with respect to x, integral is x. For this, it is what is 1 by 1 minus x square formula, 1 by 2a log mod, we have that. So 1 by 2 log mod, what is that, 1 plus z by 1 minus z plus c. Now in the place of z, you can write x minus y back. Okay. Of course, answer may not be like this because they might have brought 2 here and then write it as e power and things like that. Okay. We'll write that. 33. Anybody still copying? No, I'm going to erase 33. No, okay. Okay. So further, I can bring 2 here and this side. 2x minus c is equal to log mod 1 plus z by 1 minus z. When I remove log, I'll get e power. E power 2x minus c is 1 plus z by 1 minus z. But what is z? I should put it back. Z is x minus y. 1 plus x minus y by 1 minus x plus y. This I can write e power 2x into e power minus c equal to 1 plus x minus y by 1 minus x plus y. You can bring this side, and this is just a constant. You can call this as some k. So k into e power 2x into 1 minus x plus y is equal to 1 plus x minus y. This is a solution. They might have given like that or with a slight change. E power 2x. Yeah, one more thing. To find this constant, that means this represents a family of curves. This is not one curve. You take k equal to 2, one curve, k equal to 3, another curve, k equal to another 5, another curve. How to know that k value? Okay, I have a family of curves. Let us say all these curves together have one differential equation. I solved it. I got all of them together. In that, if you want to know which particular curve, they have to tell that curve is passing through which point. Generally, we call that as boundary condition. They should tell some point on that curve, which is called boundary condition, which tells you about a particular curve in that family. So here k can be found because they said the curve should pass through origin. Okay. So x comma y is equal to 0 comma 0. I should have substituted here, but it's okay. When I put x comma y at 0 comma 0, this will become k e power 0 is 1. This is also 1. Right side is also 1. So constant is 1. So when you put that constant 1, k will not be there at all because already k came. So now it is simply e power 2x into 1 minus x plus y, 1 plus x minus y. But the main point is directly it is not variable separable, but taking x minus y as z, it became a variable separable equation in terms of x and z. And one more point is to find the constant, they gave some condition in the question. In 36, anybody want to tell what to take as z? You will do 36 later when you're doing homework, but I want to ask what it is. Anybody want to tell? In 36, it is not directly variable separable. So what to take as z?
1 by x plus y plus.
Yeah, you can take 1 by, but then again finding dz by dx will be a little problem. You can take x plus y plus 1 itself as z. Okay. Nothing wrong in 1 by also. Just take x plus y plus 1 as z. No, I will do 37 now. What to do in 37? Which one to take z?
Tan y minus x.
Not tan y minus x, only y minus x. Okay. Okay, can I erase 35? Anybody needs more time? All right. Okay, 37. dy by dx minus x tan y minus x is equal to 1. Take y minus x as z. Then dy by dx minus 1 equal to dz by dx. So when you bring this 1 this side, it is dy by dx minus 1 equal to x tan y minus x, and this becomes dz by dx. This becomes x tan z. Now dz, bring this tan z this side, it will be cot z. Bring this x that side, it is x dx, and integrate. Cot z integral is log sin z, log mod sin z. This is x square by 2 plus c. You can leave it or you can write it as e power depending on the answer. Yeah. So I can make it e power. Mod sin z is equal to e power x square by 2 plus c. They might have not given mod because there are two answers and both are okay basically. Or k can take care of the minus. That is also good. E power x square by 2 into e power c, I can call it as some k. So now sin z is equal to some constant into e power x square by 2. If it is plus or minus, if k is negative and my positive, both are covered within that. So this includes both the solutions of the above one. Instead of constant this side, they can give constant this side, not an issue. They can call k, a c, l, doesn't matter. Okay, so we have seen variable separable method, and then within that a slight different model where somewhere x plus y you take z, or y minus x as z, or 2x plus dy something z, where directly not variable separable. After taking something as z, it is variable separable in z and x. Okay, so we'll do rest of the odd numbers. There is no new model, just a variety of questions only. That's all. (39) you don't have to take anything in z. It's directly variable separable only. All right. I'm going to erase 37. Not 37, sorry, 39. One plus y square dx. If you send the other part to the side, a minus 1 plus x square dy. You bring this one here, dx by 1 plus x square minus dy by 1 plus y square. And just integrate. Directly this integral is tan inverse x. This integral is tan inverse y plus c. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to constant. And what is that constant? They said it is passing through 0, 1. So when you substitute 0, 1, you'll get tan inverse 0 plus tan inverse 1 equal to c. That is 0 plus pi by 4 equal to c. So constant is pi by 4. We put that pi by 4 back, your solution is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to pi by 4. So through differential equations, we can revise our indefinite integration also, because ultimately we are doing integration. So without neglecting homework, I want every day's homework, try to complete that day itself. So today's homework, two things. In mains material, 28 to 48, all even numbers. to 48 even numbers. And in IP textbook, that is 2B, full exercise 8B. Don't do both in same book. You know, objective homework book separate, IP homework book separate. So please try to complete today only. They're very, very simple questions. You can do it very quickly. So tomorrow itself, I'm going to clarify your doubts, anything in this homework. Okay. 41. Y square cos root x dx equal to 2 root x e power 1 by y dy. Dx is here, so bring x this side, that is cos root x dx by 2 root x. Here e power 1 by y into this y square down and a dy. So very nicely for root x, the derivative 1 by 2 root x is available. where for 1 by y the derivative minus 1 by y square is available. Okay. If you wanted, I can take root x is equal to some t, 1 by y equal to some s, not required. If you want to write, you can write it will be cos t dt straight away. And this will be e power s minus ds because derivative of this is minus 1 by y square. So this integral is sin t. This integral is minus e power s plus c. What is t? Sin root x. This is e power 1 by y plus c, which you can write directly without writing this. From here directly you can write. If you are not comfortable, you can write like this also. To find the constant, they said it is passing through pi square by 4 comma 1. So when you substitute pi square by 4 comma 1, this will become sine pi by 2. This will become minus e power 1 by 1 plus c. This is 1. So c is equal to 1 plus c. So when you can put that back, just put it, that's all. Yeah. So you will get sine root x minus e power 1 by y plus 1 plus c. If you can bring this side and write sine root x plus e power 1 by y is equal to 1 plus c. Variable separable, and to find the constant, they gave a particular point on the curve. Anybody any doubt regarding 41? No. You can try 43 then. Okay. Okay, first year in tangents and normals chapter, we might learn something. If you take a curve and draw a tangent and draw the normal, if this point is P, if the tangent meets x-axis at T and the normal meets x-axis at N, sorry, reverse, this is tangent, yeah. This PT is called length of tangent, Pn is called length of normal, and if foot of that is S, this is called subtangent and this is called subnormal. Okay. All of you remember this? Okay, this is B, this is T, this is N, this is S. Anybody remembers formulas for subtangent, length of tangent and all that? Okay, even if you forget, you can easily derive. For example, this is theta and this is y coordinate of the point. If somebody is interested in this length, better to take tan theta. Tan theta, which is dy by dx, is opposite side y and it is st. So st is equal to y by dy by dx. This is subtangent. If this is theta, this is also theta. And when you take the subnormal, I think it will come y into dy by dx. And length of tangent, length of normal also y into root over 1 plus dy by dx whole square by dy by dx. We have formulas, these four things. Okay. Why I am discussing in the present, this question 43. They said subtangent for a particular curve, subtangent at any point is double the abscissa. Abscissa means x coordinate. So subtangent is 2 times the x coordinate of the point. And subtangent formula is y by dy by dx is equal to 2x. So variable separable now. It is y into, or you can write y equal to 2x dy by dx. So bring dx to x here, y this side, we'll get dx by x is equal to 2 dy by y. When integrate, this will be log x. This will be 2 log y. Okay. Constant, you can write c. Sometimes you can even write log c also. You can write this side of the c or log c. After all, it is a constant. So I'm going to write log c. What's the advantage? Log a plus log b is log ab. So that is log cx. And m log a, you can write log a power m. It will be y square. Cancel log, you will get y square equal to cx. Okay, so what is this? What is y square equal to cx? Which kind of, what is the nature of that parabola? That means, sorry, I already said it is. I wanted to ask what is the nature of the curve. It's okay, it is a parabola. So for a parabola whose vertex is origin, okay, and axis x-axis, subtangent is every time double of the x coordinate. Okay. Of course, we also studied something else. For a parabola, at any point, subnormal is constant, provided its axis x-axis. Why? If you remember parabola to some extent, you draw at any point normal. If this point is 80 square comma 280, this point is 80 square plus 2a comma 0, and you come straight down, this length is always 2a. So length of subnormal is constant. Even if you use a formula, y into dy by dx is constant. When integrate, what will come? We will get y square by 2 is equal to kx plus. Bring dx that side and integrate. Okay. So we studied in parabola that subnormally constant. Or if you don't know it, you wanted to know what is that curve where subnormally constant. Take the subnormal formula, equate it to constant, solve the differential equation, you get the curve. And our present question is not about subnormal. Subtangent is double the abscissa. Is it okay? 43, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Of course, actually there should be a mod here, okay, because the length is positive. Then I would have got one minus also here. I got minus, so I should also, here that option may not be there, but at least for objective questions, some other option also can be there. So let me take mod here, that is y dy by dx is equal to minus 2x also should be okay. That will give us dy that side, dy by y is equal to minus dx by x with the 2 here. This is 2 log y, this is minus log x plus log c. When I bring this side, I'll get log of y square x equal to log c. y square x equal to c. Okay, this is some other curve. This is also okay. You take y square x equal to constant. Even for that also length of subtangent is constant. Okay. Here that option may not be there, but at least you should know that you should take mod. Okay. And when I took plus 2x only, it is this. When I took minus 2x, that is another solution. You should not miss that just because it's not there in these options. Okay, so please do write the other solution also. Okay, 45 is also quite similar. 45. They said subnormal at any point of the curve is constant. So that is mod y dy by dx is constant, and that to 8. They're not even asking us to solve. They just asked only the differential equation. Okay. Actually, the plus or minus 8, they give only plus 8 might be. (45b). Yes. So actually, it should be y dy by dx equal to plus or minus 8. Okay, 45 is very simple because they're not asking us to solve the differential equation. They're asking what is the differential equation. That's all. Okay, why not finish 47 also so that we'll be done with this topic, that is this method. Okay, 47 simple variables are like this. So, e power x plus 1 y dy is equal to minus of y plus 1 into dx. So y dy by y plus 1 is minus dx by e power x plus 1. Okay, this I can add 1 and subtract 1 and write 1 minus 1 by y plus 1. Let me write that step also for somebody at least. Okay, this I'm going to write y plus 1 minus 1 by y plus 1 integral dy. Here also I can write e power x plus 1 minus e power x or reverse. E power x minus e power x plus 1 by e power x plus 1 dx. Okay, so this is integral 1 minus 1 by y plus 1 dy. This is e power x by e power x plus 1 minus 1 dx. One integral is y and this is log y plus 1. Here for this is a derivative, so log of e power x plus 1 for 1 integral is minus x plus c. They also said it is passing to origin, so we can know the constant. Okay, let us see the answer. 47b. E power x plus 1. So they wanted to remove log in the next. Okay, so let us substitute origin here. We will get 0. Log 1 is also 0. Here log 2 will come. Minus 0 plus c. So c came as basically minus log 2. C is equal to minus log 2. Okay, when I put minus log 2 back and keep all the logs one side and everything else another side, I want to do that. So bring this here, you will get x plus y. This that side, you will get the log of e power x plus 1 plus log of y plus 1 minus log 2. That is x plus y is equal to log of e power x plus 1 into y plus 1 by 2. When you remove the log, you'll get e power. So this is going to give me and it is going to give me e power x plus y is equal to e power x plus 1 into y plus 1 by 2 and bring this to this side. That is the answer. Okay, so sometimes in integration, instead of writing c, you can write log c. May not be here. In 1 or 2 questions we're done. If everywhere log is there, only constant doesn't have log, you can write instead of c log c and then remove the whole log. Okay, so that you'll be able to write answer in a simple form. So try all the even numbers here up to 48 and the mains material, and then the second exercise of differential equations. Don't have to do first exercise now. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss another method for solving differential equations. All right. If you completed this, you can leave. Thank you very much.